RVBN, Rich Video Blog Network, Billerica, Massachusetts, home to great sports video blogs. MLB, NHL, NBA, and NFL will all be talked about on the Rich Video Blogs, RVBN, Billerica, Massachusetts. Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog this morning for Monday, October 3rd, 2016, around 7:23 in the morning, Billerica, Massachusetts. No news to report on the RVBN Newswire. And on to the second subject of the day, which is my predictions for the 2016 Major League Baseball postseason. The postseason starts on Tuesday, and it goes into the World Series. And this year's Major League Baseball postseason will be on 5 networks, as usual. TBS, ESPN, Fox Sports 1, and MLB Network. And here are the predictions. First, the American League wildcard game, which will be Tuesday night in Rogers Centre in Toronto, Canada. The game's going to be on TBS. Ernie Johnson and Cal Ripken Jr. and Ron Darling will call that game. It will be the Toronto Blue Jays facing off against the Baltimore Orioles. I'm predicting the Orioles are going to beat the Blue Jays. Now Wednesday, it's going to be the New York Mets facing off against the San Francisco Giants at 8:08 p.m. on ESPN. Dan Shulman and Aaron Boone and Jessica Mendoza will be calling the action. And I'm predicting the New York Mets will beat the San Francisco Giants in this one. And then the division series, the American League, which will be on TBS. The series between Boston Red Sox and the Cleveland Indians, Ernie Johnson and Cal Ripken Jr. and Ron Darling will call that one. And I'm predicting the Boston Red Sox will sweep the Cleveland Indians 3 straight games because the Red Sox bats are hot and the pitching staff with Rick Porcello, he's doing good. And also David Price. And the Red Sox bullpen is good. The Indians pitching staff, the starting pitching staff, has been decimated by injuries. Don't know if Corey Kluber is going to be starting in the ALDS. And the other American League Division Series, the Texas Rangers will face off against the Baltimore Orioles, who's going to win the wild card game. It will be Brian Anderson calling that action along with Joe Simpson and Dennis Eckersley. That's also going to be on TBS. And I think this is going to be a 5-game series with the Texas Rangers pulling it off somehow. The National League Division Series starts it will be on FS1 and MLB Network. The first series, the top series, will be the Chicago Cubs facing off against the New York Mets. It's either going to be Joe Buck or Kenny Albert doing the play-by-play along with John Smoltz and Ken Rosenthal. And I think the Cubs are going to beat the New York Mets in 4 games. Because the Cubs have such firepower, the most complete team in the National League this year in all of baseball. The Mets have been decimated by injuries to their pitching staff, and I don't know if they have enough to beat the Cubs. And then the other division series, it will be the Washington Nationals facing off against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Matt Vasgersian and Tom Verducci and John Maloney will be calling it for FS1. And this series could be a 5-game series. I think it's going to go the distance. And I think somehow the Washington Nationals are going to beat the LA Dodgers in 5 games. I just have the feeling that this is the time that the Nationals are going to advance for the second round. And then the American League Championship Series, which all of the games will be on TBS. It's going to be the Boston Red Sox facing off against the Texas Rangers. I think the Boston Red Sox will beat the Rangers in about 5 games. And in the the National League, it will be the Chicago Cubs against the Washington Nationals, which will be on FS1 and Fox. I think the Cubs are going to beat the Nationals in 6 games to win their first National League pennant since 1945. And then you're going to have the Boston Red Sox face off against the Chicago Cubs. World Series on Fox. This World Series is probably a dream matchup for Fox, unless the dream World Series is probably the New York Mets facing off against the New York Yankees, or the New York Yankees facing off against Los Angeles Dodgers. I think that would be Fox's dream World Series, but this would probably rank up there. And I think the Chicago Cubs will beat the Boston Red Sox in 7 games to win their first World Series in 108 years. Theo Epstein will finally... He broke one curse in Boston, and he'll break another. And he probably should be immediately inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame if he breaks the Cubs curse. But he would have to wait until he's 65 years old to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, because that's how old executives and managers have to be, which that's kind of a bummer. And that's about it on this video blog. I'll be back with the third and final video blog later on today, and it's going to be about the top 10 greatest sports stars in the history of Oakland sports, the East Bay of the Bay Area of California. Like I always say, keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Button guy. Molly Roseblood of WCCO accent has nice legs. Elizabeth Hart, so stunning, she's the best. Amy Squeezy's awesome. Amy Linda Church of WPIX Channel 11 New York is such a rocking cougar. And Bobby Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet southern accent. And in the words of Sean Lucia, get out. See you later. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+.